What's up everybody, my name is Chris, you are watching Survival Zone 101 and today we are still focusing on survival psychology as it's very important topic that may really save your life. And today's topic is fear, and also we'll talk a little bit about panic. So if you know, fear can really make you frozen in when you are facing something that is dangerous for you. If someone tells you that he or she doesn't feel fear, then this person is lying, because besides some people who are having serious problems, those are health problems, then everyone feel fear. Only few people cannot fear of anything. So fear actually can make you losing control about saliva productions, about your digestion system, about also your defecation and your bladder control. All those things may be lost due to focusing of your organism and your brain on, for example, your sight, to you see the danger better and be able to protect yourself. And also we are going to talk a little bit more about panic, but not much. It's huge topic, and I will try to bring just the most important things. So we are not going to try to beat down fear, but because it's impossible. You will always feel fear. However, it's possible to overcome it. It's possible to understand it, and this is what I'm going to show you today, how to do it. So first, the most important thing is to understand what's fear. Fear is one of the best inventions that nature could give to us ever. So it's with us since we are existing, and you know, fear is something that helps us stay alive. Imagine now that you are a caveman, some human being that is going through the dark forest, and suddenly you see some dangerous animal that is very aggressive, and it's just standing in front of you. So it's like 150 milliseconds as your eyes see that and blink, and you see that, and you are frozen, and you know your heart rate is going up from 70 up to 200 beats per minute, and you are having such a huge blast of adrenaline and cortisol being produced in that moment by your organism, that some people who actually were in such very stressful situation, and they were in a very they were in a huge fear, they were afraid of their lives, health. They say that they felt some chemical taste in their mouth, because that's how high level of adrenaline and cortisol may be in your organism. If it happens, your heart rate rises in a way like you would be stomping on ice that would break under you, and you would just fall down into very cold water. So it's important to know how fear works on our organism. The other thing is, as I said before, you are losing ability of control, for example, your digestive system, your defecation, your bladder control. You are sometimes losing like ability of hearing, and your organism is mostly focusing on your sight, so you can see that danger. Lots of people are saying that, and it's lots of people may already know that, but it happens that you will have a tunnel vision. That means your sight will be focused like in a tunnel, just on that danger. It's very common for people who are drivers or who are training some martial arts. I'm doing both, and yes, it may happen sometimes, although I didn't have any really strong tunnel vision. I didn't have, luckily, such stressful and situation, and I wasn't so afraid. So this is what happens in our organism. The other thing is that our muscles are being flexed. They really flex a lot, and the reason is that the more flexed they are, the higher power they have. They are stronger. Your strength is going up, and you are able to do some almost unhuman things with the strength, although you would never be able to do it. And also your blood vessels become much tighter. They are closing, so that allows your organism to be protected, to protect your organs by flexed muscles, but also to protect you from huge loss of blood if you will be hard, because your blood vessels, they will be closed. Less blood will be go into your limbs and all over your skin. So even if you get cut, for example, you won't bleed yourself out that quickly. So this is what is going on with your organism. Now we are going to talk a little bit about something else which is very common, and the question is, does the time slow down during some serious fear? So when it comes to time during some very stressful situation, when you are under huge pressure of huge fear, many people are able to bring some details that they would normally never remember. And the reason is, some people were wondering, maybe it's possible that we are at the time in such a situation is slowing down, or sometimes people are thinking that something was going in slow motion, and sometimes it was like going really fast. So, you know, lots of scientists were wondering, is it true what's going on here? Is it possible that people are having ability to control time around them and to be able to do such slow motion, like, you know, it would be like a GTA 5 action, and we would be able to slow down time to do something with bigger precision, and you know, just to maintain bigger control on situation that we are in. However, it's sadly not possible, as it comes from a completely different reason. David Eagleman from Taylor College of Medicine in Houston found out that we are actually memorizing all those events using another part of our brain. That means that brain will remember those actions and those events, but in a different way. It won't memorize it like always. That's why we are able to feel that the time is slowing down or becoming faster, or also that we are starting to memorize some details that we would never pay attention to before. So how to overcome fear? There are three things that allow us to overcome fear. The first thing is reflex. Actually, if you see lots of self-defense videos and some martial arts stuff, some shooting, those people are doing it really fast, and they are not thinking about what they are doing, they are just doing it. It's called reflex, it's called impulse. You know, you are going, if the more things you learn to do by impulse, but very well, the less you will think about it, and you will just do it. So there will be no like thinking like, what should I do? It will be like, it will go automatically. And that's how it overcomes our fear, because that reflex allows us to take actions immediately, and we are not going to lose time, and just the fear won't even appear in that big amount, because it won't. There will be no time for fear to appear that much. Second thing is having a plan. That's something that people often laugh from me because I'm having a plan what I would do in certain situation. That would there would be some danger, terrorist attack, some robbery or something like that. The reason is very simple. The reason is that when you are having a plan and it's in your mind, you are again doing it easily. You just simply know what you should do. If you are having a plan, then you are even more calm about it. Because if someone would ask you, hey, what would you do if you would be suddenly in a plane and it would crash onto some desert island, what would you do? And if I have already a plan, I would say, like, I'm going to first probably search for the water, if it's possible to. Then I would try to search if there would be a bad weather condition. Then I would try to hide myself somewhere in a safe place. If I would be able to, I would go on some mountain if there would be any near me, and I would take a look around me if I am on the island or not. Maybe I am on some continent. So yeah, that's the plan. That's a plan of action, taking actions, and it makes you calm because you just know what you should do. And people who are having a plan, they are just taking actions. Once again, they are not that scared. They are not feeling fear that much because that amount of fear is lower due to simply knowing what you should do in certain situation to save yourself or someone else, or just what you should do in certain situation. And it happens that some people are actually doing it. For example, some medical responses, they are like paramedics are sometimes playing some games where they are having some free time and they are asking each other a question, telling what kind of injury someone has, and that second person has to answer as quickly as it's possible what they would do and what actions they would take. It's just fun for them. Of course, no one would like to be asked, well, hey, what would you do if you would see someone with cut off leg on the length of his or her knee? Someone would say like, oh man, you are sick. No, it's actually a very simple question. What would you do if someone just got under the tram and it cut off someone's leg? What would you do? How would you be able to help that person? So this is very important, and it's good game. Sometimes it's good just to ask yourself, if you are in certain place, just imagine some situation and ask yourself what I would do if I would be in such situation. So this is very important to have a plan, and it will help you for sure. And third thing is very simple. It's breath control. It's actually a science fact that when you are taking control on your breath, and you are like taking control over your breath, and you are starting to breathing slowly, and you slow down your breath, you are becoming more calm. And it's also said that people who are doing some meditation and they are having a great breath control, they are most likely to be in fear. So those three things are very important. They help us overcome fear, and they are very simple actually. They don't need some really serious studying. Of course they will sometimes, but it's not something impossible for a common person. And for the end of this video, I will bring a topic of panic, but only in a very short part. So what's panic? Panic is when you are losing ability of thinking clearly, when you are you are taking some very emotional actions due to large amount of fear. And it's something that causes people to simply die. We are not able to think rationally, we are not taking rational actions, and we simply panic kills people. If not panic, then probably lots of catastrophes or other disasters, they wouldn't take so much people's lives if people wouldn't panic. Enrico Quarantelli, who is a sociologist University in Chicago, say that there are three things needed to panic appear. First thing is recognizing that you are in a trap or in an ambush. Second thing is feeling that you are feeling powerless, that you are not able to do anything, and other people around you also feel the same and bring that stress and panic and fear even more. And third, last thing but not least, is also feeling lonely, that you are just all by yourself and you are not having anyone to help you. So this is how it looks like. I hope that it will make your mind a little bit more clear about some fear and some panic. I'm sure that now you will know what to do a little bit better. Topic of psychology is huge and it's very interesting. I'm sure that someday I will bring that back because it's simply very, very interesting thing. And well, that's it for now. Don't forget to comment, subscribe and rate. Check out my Facebook fan page. The link is in the description of the video, so click like, follow me. Have an awesome day, take care. You are watching Survival Zone 101. See you in the next episode. Bye.